Hello. This is part 2 of a video I made a while ago, where I gave you some ideas for storing and retrieving your Bitcoin secrets without having to rely on a hardware wallet. The fact is, that owning Bitcoin-specific devices might single you out as a target in the near future. If you try moving jurisdictions, for example, or if you try to avoid capital controls and other forms of institutionalized theft. In some parts of the world, the mere possession of a Bitcoin wallet might also make you guilty of the crime of saving. You might think this unlikely, but Bitcoin is the biggest existential threat to psychopathic parasitic government bureaucrats everywhere. In my estimation, a likely scenario for those who didn't care about privacy is to have their Bitcoin heavily taxed. For those who didn't care about their security either, is to have their Bitcoin seized. So, last time I set up a server where I stored my encrypted secrets, which I later accessed over Tor. Today is going to be way less technical. I am going to do something that in part 1, I tried to avoid at all costs. Which is carrying my secrets, physically, with me. To be able to pull this off, I need to be damn sure that the plausible deniability angle is solid. And it will be, because we're going to make use of Steganography. The art of concealing secret information within another message or object. In part 1, I will boot Linux tails on an offline computer. There, I will write some secrets, encrypt them with a cipher, and encode them into QR codes. In part 2, I will boot from an online Tails, download one package for Steganography, and move my secrets scanning the QR codes. And in part 3, I will use some personal pictures as cover files, for embedding my secrets. This is gonna be fun. Let's go. I am booting Tails from an offline computer, without a hard drive, or a Wi-Fi Bluetooth card. If you don't know how to securely create a Linux Tails bootable USB drive, please check the links in the description below. I will start by writing a file with a BIP39 mnemonic seed. And a second text file with passphrases. I am also going to generate an SSH key pair. I will keep the secret key encrypted, and add the public key to the authorized keys files of all the servers that I have access to. Think of it as a master key, or a backdoor to all my servers, that I put away in case I ever need it. These are the 3 secret files I will be dealing with. The SSH secret key, which I just protected with a password, and the seed and passphrases files, which are in clear text. So let's encrypt these 2 files, without using public key cryptography, but with a cipher. The reason being that I want to be able to decrypt these files without having to rely on yet more data. Run the GPG command, with the flags, A, for ASCII armored format, and C, for cipher. I will also select a 256 bits AES algorithm. Obviously, provide a strong password that you can remember. All my files are now protected, and formatted in such a way that they can be encoded into QR codes. By the way, I will get rid of the description field in the SSH public key. Now I am ready to encode the encrypted secrets into QR codes. I will pipe the output of the cat command into the QR command, and then redirect its output into an image file. There's too much data in the SSH key file for it to fit into a QR code. I will use the set command to split the key into two QR codes. The file is 50 lines long. I will split it right down the middle. I will get rid of all text files and keep this computer running while I boot a second Linux Tails from a PC with an internet connection. Provide an administration password and connect to the internet. To install additional software, first you need to update your sources. Install Steghide. I won't be needing an internet connection anymore, so I will unplug the Ethernet cable from my PC. Now I'll bring over the QR codes from my offline computer. The built-in QR code scanner in Electrum Wallet will do the trick. I will scan one image at a time, and decrypt their contents into individual files. Now I can safely shut down my offline computer. My secrets are on an online computer, encrypted. Never, at any point, have they been exposed to an internet-connected device, nor committed to solid-state storage. A reminder of how powerful the Linux Tails operating system is, when used properly in conjunction with an air-gapped device, and QR codes. The Steganography program that I downloaded, Steghide, requires media files in specific formats, for use as cover files for the secret payload. JPEG files are supported by Steghide, so I will use pictures. Now, please, listen to this. Use your own files. Do not use pictures or audio, downloaded from the internet as cover files. Comparative analysis of publicly available material is the first item in the digital forensics checklist to determine if a file has been tampered with. I recommend that you take a look at the Steghide man page. It is really short and informative. Steghide has very few options, so it's really easy to use. The only default that I'm going to change is the encryption algorithm. I will go with 256 bits instead of 128. Something else that you should take into account is the size of the cover file. The bigger it is, the harder it will be for a sophisticated attacker to know that additional data has been embedded in it. Luckily, Steghide makes that calculation for you, and won't let you embed data that goes over a certain size ratio. Use the option, Info, to learn about that limit, for any specific cover file. Picture number 4 is the smallest of the 5. 600 kilobytes. And I can still pack 41.5 kilobytes of data in it. Picture number 1 is the biggest in size. I can embed a secret file up to 100 kilobytes. These figures are orders of magnitude bigger than what I need, but you can go as large as you want. You can embed tar files, binaries, whatever you want. It is easy enough to create large files if you tweak your camera app. Let alone if you use audio WAV files. If you type yes, when prompted for information about any supported cover file, you will be asked to provide the passphrase that decrypts the embedded file. If there is one. Before I start encrypting my secrets, I will scan the SSH public key with my phone. I will keep this SSH private key as an emergency key, in case something happens to my other regular keys. It's like free insurance against locking yourself out from any of your servers. I am ready. I will embed these 3 secret files into 3 of these pictures. As I said before, I am going to change the default encryption. The option, Ink Info, prints to screen all the algorithms. Type Steghide. Embed. The E flag specifies the algorithm. Specify the file that will be embedded. And specify the cover file that will be used to embed data. Provide a cipher for the encryption. And it's done. Let's do the remaining files. I will delete the original files and see what I got. And that's the point. There's nothing to see here. Simple though it seems, Steghide is a quite sophisticated steganography tool. Again, I encourage you to read the man page and do some research on your own. So now these files are ready to be copied into a directory with another 100 pictures, of similar size, date, and topic. The same goes for audio WAV files. It would look odd for you to have a few WAV files, mixed in with gigabytes of MP3 files. So be smart about it. Let's try displaying information about our cover files again, but now providing a valid password. This operation does not extract the embedded file. It just reveals its existence. To extract the embedded file, use the option, Extract with the flag, SF, for Stego file. And there it is. My seed encrypted file. Let me try decrypting it, with a wrong password first. Of course I would not do this on an online computer. That's the reason we encrypted our embedded secrets, so you can move these files securely, through different mediums. The final decryption procedure should be the reverse process of what I did in parts 1 and 2. First convert to QR codes, and then scan from an air-gapped device. Some final tips for when you place these files next to others of the same kind. You don't have to remember which images you used as cover files. Using the P flag in conjunction with the info option, you can do something like this. This command will go recursively through all files inside this directory. This is the password I provided to Steghide. 3 files contain embedded files that can be decrypted with that particular password. 2 files do not. This output can get messy if you place your cover files in a collection of hundreds or thousands of other files. So you can also do this. Or this. Use your own audio and images as cover files. Do not make these files stand out from the rest. Careful with size, date, topic, and location of the files. And remember that if you type sensitive secrets on a keyboard, it should be on a perpetually air-gapped computer. Bye bye.